this is your week ahead reading with Moon's Tower Tarot. Before we get started, feel free to like and subscribe down below, and we will be taking a few deep breaths soon to really focus on your pile if you haven't chosen one already. So here we have group 1 with Jet, group 2 with Appetite, and group 3 with Blue Chalcedony. So you're going to focus on the pile you're most drawn to, and right now we're going to take 3 deep breaths, close your eyes, and then you can open your eyes and choose your pile. So all right, feel free to open your eyes and choose the pile that is calling to you. Hello group 1, if you focused on the Jet, then this is the reading for you. Too many cards, but this one stayed flipped over and so did this one, so I'm going to keep them. Let's see, a couple more. That one flew out. Let's take one more. And there it is. Okay. So you got the Star upright, the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Four of Cups in reverse, and the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay. I see this week kind of as a turning point for you guys. And I feel like it may not feel like a turning point to most of you, but I definitely see it as one. I think you're coming into the week with a little more hope, a little more eye on the prize than you have been previously. Maybe you've been just feeling really bummed out recently and like you can't start new things, or it's been really hard for you to interact with people or focus on your work. But I see a lot of that changing this week. I don't see it as a dramatic change, and I definitely see that you're still going to have elements of that throughout your week, but I'm definitely seeing that at the very base of that mindset, you're starting to change. You're starting to address it. You know, you're telling yourself, I can't keep thinking like this because that'll definitely make it true. You know, I can't keep thinking that nobody's here to offer me help, and I can't meet anyone new. I'm not good at social interactions, and nothing I do gets appreciated. You can't go into the week with all of those thoughts haunting you. So if you are having some of those emotions, I'm definitely getting it mostly in a career sense, but even just with maybe with friends or with family, you may be feeling really abandoned, really down, maybe feeling like you can't do anything right now. It's time to step back from that thinking, because it's not helping you, and it's just not gonna get you anywhere. Which kind of is like, it's hard to hear, and I think that's why you're still staying in this kind of mindset, because it's really, really hard to hear that, you know, you've been doing it wrong this whole time. But I definitely feel like you are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think I'm seeing there's like really great things ahead of you. Whenever the star card comes up for me, I always know that like just like really great things are on the horizon, and usually most of the time it's things that I make come into my life. It's things I manifest into my life. So right now it's time for you to make your own, you know, sunrise. It's time for you to make your own light at the end of the tunnel. The situation is asking for it to come from you right now, which is tough, and it feels like it sucks and it's unfair, but that's what the universe is calling for upon you. It's saying, you know, we're ready for you, but you have to put this work into motion. So definitely do not feel like, don't close yourself off from people this week. That is the biggest message I'm getting. I feel like you've had this history of just like not being appreciated, and you just like feel like everything's very unfair. But this week especially, do not be closing yourself off from, you know, letting people into your life, letting people help you, and do not fall into this pit of telling yourself, you know, if I accept help, if I do reach out to others, or if I expect, you know, gratitude or recognition for the things that I'm doing, don't immediately let your mind jump to this idea of like, well, I'm just letting myself down because I'm never going to get it. Not true. I think you're going to start to see this week, and I think this is a really tough transition for you to, like, mindset for you to make. But I definitely see, like, this is the beginning of it. This is the start, you know. Really dig in your heels right now. If you're watching this video, you're watching this message for a reason. Dig in your heels right now. Tell yourself, I can turn this around. I can make this how I want it to be. And then it's just gonna, like, it's gonna start changing all at once. Not this week, but you telling yourself right now that this is what I'm going to do and this is how it's going to work out, that is going to change your entire outlook. That's going to change your entire path. So definitely make sure you are just like, don't look on the downside of things. You got this. I think you deep down, you know you got this, but you haven't been like letting yourself think that for a while now, and it's time to tell yourself, you tell yourself to just knock it off, because you know it, and you are the one stopping yourself in this situation. Let you see the good in the situation. Let you start to bring the light back into this. You know, don't tell yourself you can't start new things. Don't tell yourself you can't have help with it. Don't tell yourself like nobody's going to appreciate it even if I do it. This is the week to tell yourself yes. This is the week of yes for you. Yes, so I think you got some really exciting things starting. So we're going to now pull some oracle cards and maybe get some more in-depth information. So I'm going to pull from the Worth Your Light deck first. So many cards just wanting to come out for you, group 1. Oh. Okay, we're gonna take this one. Okay, so you got, let me move these all up a little bit. You got Lemuria, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. So yeah, this is like literally reiterating what I was just talking about. You are kind of taking control of your own path here. You are creating your best outcome for yourself. I really like that this card is lined up with a star. It's like really hopeful, a really beautiful card. You are making this happen. Now is not the time to doubt yourself or tell yourself that it can't happen, because you're doing it. It's happening right now. Next I'm going to pull a Moonology card. Okay. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. This is also just like such a great message for you, group 1. Because I do feel like you've been stuck in this idea that the thing that you want to accomplish is just impossible. You know, I think that's why you've been stuck in this really negative outset. But this is the universe here to tell you, like, no. Like, please stop stopping yourself, because we want you to do this. And we need you to believe that it is possible. We need you to believe that your path is divine. You know, you need to start walking down this path for real and stop worrying about the people you'll meet on the way and like your own self-doubt and everything. You need to start focusing on this hope, this like good energy that you are able to bring into your own life. The universe knows you can. I think you know you can. It's just getting yourself to take that first step. Next, we're going to take a Flower of the Night Oracle. Visualization. Yes. Okay. So really, really take the time after you finish watching this video. Visualize out what you want from life, what you want to accomplish in life, because that is going to help you manifest the things that you are currently setting into motion. So really, really set out to visualize your goals and what it is you want to do, and that will also make them seem less impossible, you know? I'm also going to read from the book for this one because I think that the book for these cards just has a lot of really good information. So visualization. The time is approaching when you will receive what it is you have dreamed of. So be ready. Yep, it's all happening. The answer is yes to questions and perhaps, the week of yes. That is your takeaway from this video. This is your week of yes. Tell yourself yes. And perhaps with added dimensions you hadn't really thought of before. Goal planning and setting, checking in, resolutions and reorganizations will all benefit from Petunia. This flower helps you see what is possible and then extend to even higher and bigger possibilities. Psychic abilities, messages, and readings are all indicated, and you may find yourself exploring these skills and gifts yourself with positive outcomes. Arts and creativity activities which turn into jobs are also strongly associated with this flower. Be careful of getting lost in pipe dreams, losing touch with reality, and not putting action into your plans. Okay, so I think that was a really good message to read because it did bring up a really good point at the end of, well, this is like the week of yes, and this is the time for you to start believing in the impossible and your dreams. You still have to be very grounded with your approach. You have to make this happen in a way that you make, like, you hold yourself accountable for it, you know? You can't just be like, all right, then I believe it'll happen and wait for the world to do it for you. You still have to put in the work. And that is what this card is here to remind you. And last but not least, okay, we have an affirmation. This one just flew out. So yes, I'm getting maybe not career related, maybe hobby related, or something you've wanted to do as a career for a really long time, but you got, I am a source of creativity. It says you possess an unlimited amount of creative energy and have the ability to create new ideas and solutions. Inspiring others is effortless when you are living your truth. Allow the thoughts that enter your mind to flow freely into tangible objects or goals. Yes, so I think this mindset you've had for a while has stopped you from being really creative. I think you are really created and gifted as a person, and the universe is telling you, like, nope, we're done with that now. And we let you have your break and we let you have your time to recharge, but now is the time to get back out there. Now is the time to tell yourself that you are capable, and now is the time to really start making all of this happen for yourself. So I really, really hope that this message was helpful to you. I hope you have a really great week, Group 1, and feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to know what you think of this reading, if it resonated or not. And yeah, have a great week. Hello, Group 2. If you chose this appetite, this is the reading for you. Okay. So we're going to try to get around 4 tarot cards, and then we'll pull some oracle cards. So you've got the Nine of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Coins upright. Those two came out immediately, so we'll definitely be taking a close look at them. we got the Ace of Wands upright. One more. Okay. And we got the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay. So let's see what your week ahead holds for you. Well, first off, very interesting that you got the Nine of Cups in reverse and then Knight of Cups upright. They sound very similar. So with the Nine of Cups in reverse, I'm feeling that you may be feeling this week to become a little more grounded and to become a little more realistic. That's kind of the word that's popping out to me, is like you want to be very realistic on this upcoming journey. You maybe feel like whatever you're reaching for, your head's kind of in the clouds a little bit and you want to bring yourself back down. And I think that is this Knight of Cups energy of, you know, maybe you feel like you're too dreamy, you're going after something with too much of your heart and not enough of your brain, and you're just feeling, yeah, these two ideas are very disconnected. So I think this week you need to focus on, you know, you don't need to be doing the most practical thing to still be grounded. You can still go after the desires in your heart without losing that sense of practicality. You know what you want to follow. The Knight of Cups is a very emotional card, and it's very, you know where you want to go and you know what you want to do, but I think you're holding yourself back right now because you think that is just ridiculous. And I'm seeing that right now the week is telling you to kind of go for it. Go for that new start. Make those new connections. Start that new beginning. Start on the path that you are excited about, that you're enthusiastic about. You know, you can be very practical about it, sure, but at the end of the day, how practical is it for you to make your heart go after something that you don't want? At the end of the day, what you need is something that you're passionate about. How far are you going to get if you aren't passionate? You're just going to run out of steam. You're going to lose your fight. You're going to lose that spark, this excitement. And that is what the universe wants you to draw upon right now. The universe is telling you, like, no, you feel this Knight of Cups energy. You feel that strong pull towards something that seems so wild and out of your reach. You feel that because that is what you are meant to be going towards. And also, there's nothing in the rules that says you can't go towards your dreams and everything and not still be practical. You know, you don't have to give up everything for this new dream. There are concrete steps you can take towards a goal without, you know, throwing it all away in one go and just like throwing it all to the wind and going for it. You don't have to do that. I feel like you know exactly what, like, there are like those small steps you can take. There's ways you can work towards it, but you are telling yourself that that is the same as throwing it all the way. It's not. You have a way to take increments towards your wildest goal, and you're so emotional about it. You're not going to burn out going towards it because you are that invested in it. You do not need to then worry about like going too far too fast, and you also don't need to worry about getting so far and then losing the drive. I also just got the message that, you know, even if you do get so far and then you kind of lose the drive for that and you want to you kind of switch to something else, that does not mean you were wasting your time on whatever you're passionate about right now. Sometimes, our passions bring us so far, and then we realize, oh wait, no, I want to do this. That doesn't mean what you spent your time on was worthless before that. It brought you so much new knowledge and experience, and most importantly, it brought you to that new passion that you are now going after. That if you are going after something that you feel strongly about, there is no way that that is going to end up a worthless experience. And then with the Four of Swords, that message seems pretty simple and clear to me. I think, the universe wants you to kind of really, really check in with yourself, really, really be honest with yourself right now. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you giving yourself the rest that you need? Yes, practicality is a good thing, but it doesn't work if you're not taking care of yourself. So check in with yourself, make sure you're taking care of yourself, go after what you want. It's scary and it feels like a really, really big step, but there are small things you can do to start working towards it right now before you're ready to maybe make the big step, So that is the messages I am getting from these tarot cards. So I'm going to shuffle out 4 oracle cards for you. That card's just going to stay there, I guess. Okay. So I'm going to start with the Work Your Light Oracle. See what kind of message we have for that. Maybe clarifying or verifying. Okay, so you got Just Say Yes, which seems to be kind of a theme this week so far in the readings. I've only done group 1 and you group 2. So, but yes seems to be a really big message of, you've been stopping yourself for so long because you've been telling yourself that, no, this isn't how it works. Now is the time to say yes. Now is the time to tell yourself, I got this. Now is not the time to be pessimistic about this situation. Now is the time to follow your heart and to start your new dreams, And I know you're probably feeling like, well, you said go and start, but you also said make sure I don't need to rest. You can do both. You can rest and make a plan and really gather all the information before you go out and do it. It doesn't need to be a long rest, but I'm sensing right now that you've been pushing so hard on this other thing that if you switch straight over into also planning the thing that your heart wants, you're gonna burn out a lot faster. So make sure it's not like a really harsh transition. Make sure you take time for yourself to really plan and really ask yourself, what do you want from this experience? What do you want to learn from, where your heart is pulling you, But yes, so just say yes. So that plan you've had in your back of your head, and maybe you came into this reading like, when should I start that? This week. It doesn't have to be the whole thing this week, but, start making those advances this week. So next I'm going to do a Moonology card. The moon is currently in Virgo as I film this. Okay. Interesting. So this card says, nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon. Now, I'm sure your heart just dropped. I'm not getting the message of what you are working towards will never amount to anything. That is not, because that is not what these cards are saying. I'm getting more of the message of, first of all, what I said about, if you get so far down the path and then you decide, oh, now I want to switch, not being afraid of that result. I think this is exactly what the message this card wants to say is, this thing you're going after, even if you don't get it, it should still be worth it to you. That's how much this should mean to you, and it probably does, and you haven't given it that much credit yet. But this card wants you to really acknowledge of even if this doesn't pan out, it's still worth it. And you need to you need to get into the mindset of it's worth it just to try. It's worth it just to attempt to go down this path, you know? I'm also getting the message from this card of nothing will come from the situation of from this Nine of Cups and this Four Swords kind of energy of like you wanting to just like be super practical and keep your head down and just keep pushing through and everything. This card is reminding you like that is not going to bring about any type of situation that you want. At the end of the day, this situation is going to resolve itself somehow. If you are telling yourself the worst and not letting yourself rest, it's like you're automatically setting yourself up for like almost nothing to come from this. So this card to me is just like a reminder of, you know, what you have to lose. You know, like what is stopping you at this point? Okay, next we're gonna do a Flower of the Night card. Depth. Ooh. Okay, you got depth, and I'm actually going to read from the book for this card because this deck has like just really awesome information in the book. So, okay. Pay closer attention to what is going on around you. Living in the here and now is vital. Negative energies may cause you to stay away from what is truly important and needs your attention. It is time to make peace and to seek calm, particularly with yourself, but do you need to reach out to another? What is in the past is gone, and you are needed right here and right now. Perceptions are heightened, and everyone, including you, will benefit from the space to explore a little deeper and take actions based on a greater understanding of situations. Woodland tobacco indicates coming together in groups, especially ones a little smaller and more private. Making plans, discussions, creating things together while learning are all enhanced by this flower. Be wary of overanalyzing or falling too deep into potentially negative situation. Yes, so this card is just asking you to really, really analyze the situation you're in. Maybe you are in a position where you want to work on something or collaborate on something with another person and you've kind of been putting it off and thinking like nothing will come of it and that kind of stuff, but now is the time to really make that leap and just go for it, you know? Use your judgment and go for it. The last card I'm pulling here is an affirmation card. This card says, I embrace the unknown. At times, life can feel like a roller coaster of ups and downs, but this is the nature of life. The magic happens in the unknown. You might not understand the why of what is happening, but know everything you experience is preparation for the next phase. Yes, okay, so we're just getting so many messages here of, you know, I think you're really worried of, is whatever I want to go after, is it going to pan out? And the world is telling you it may and it may not, but the important part is that you want to go for it, so you should. You know, you shouldn't be holding yourself back because of the what ifs and the, you know, what if it doesn't pan out? The universe is telling you even if it doesn't, it's going to be because you find something better. So this week, you need to open yourself up to your life path, open yourself up to taking steps towards a new direction and not being scared that eventually you'll be led down another direction still. This is the week you really, like, you know, you just stop doubting yourself. You start trusting a little more. So thank you for watching this video. I'm so excited I got to read for you. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear if this reading was resonated for you and what you liked about this reading. So yeah, until next time, I hope you guys all have a really great week. Hello group 3, if you chose this beautiful blue chalcedony, this is the reading for you. Okay, so we're looking for like 4 cards and 4 cards fell out automatically, so you guys got some pretty direct messages here, group 3. And they are almost all in reverse. So we got the 5 of Wands in reverse, the 3 of Wands in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Hangman upright. All right, group 3. Okay, so this week is going to be doing a lot of inner work with your social life and really examining your social life. And I feel like you feel tense in your current social standing and with your current friends, but so let's just start automatically over here with this upright hangman. I think you feel stuck with the social situation you are currently in, but I also think that this is a situation that you could walk away from if you wanted to. I think you are making yourself more stuck than the people around you are, and this could be figuratively, like there's something in your friend group that hasn't been brought up that you want addressed. It doesn't have to mean completely leaving the friend group, but there is something there that is making you very tense and making you feel very trapped. So that is the energy we were starting off with, that hangman in reverse. I'm seeing that, this 5 of Wands in reverse, I think you like to avoid conflict, which is why you're feeling so stuck. There's just there's hesitancy in the energy of this reading. There's just a lot of blockage. I'm having trouble even getting the words out, even making my thoughts fully formed, because there's something that just feels like it's gripping you so much. And I think you're gonna find in the end it's not gonna be the situation that's holding you there, it's gonna be yourself in a way. I think this situation is definitely stressful, but I think there is a way for you to make it feel better than it is. So you have the King of Wands in reverse, and he's just the master of all social situations. I think the cards are trying to tell you that this could be you, but you are giving that power to other people. You are allowing yourself to give in to other people, to give up your power, to give up your agency in a way. It feels very helpless, group 3. I'm so sorry. I think this week is really big learning wise. I think this week is when you realize, I don't have to deal with this anymore. I don't have to keep putting up with this. I don't have to tell myself that this is okay and tell myself that it'll eventually get better, and it never does. I think this week kind of felt a little bit like a turning point for all groups, but in different ways. And for you, group 3, this week is more about learning what you want from social situations and learning what you deserve from social situations. Now, these could be social situations. I need to stop saying that phrase because I'm going to just continue to trip over it. But I think this could be either friendships or this can be career related. It could be just about anything in your life. But I think there is some situation that is just really stressing you out right now. My stomach is in knots. You're definitely, this week, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a super easy week of oh great, now I realize that and I get to move on with my life, but I think that it will have some really great lessons for you, and if you're open to them, don't let anybody push you over the edge or whatever. Just let yourself down. Just let yourself, not let yourself down as metaphorically, but let yourself off the hook, basically. This isn't, you need to realize that this is not your problem anymore. So again, with this 5 of Wands, just a refusal to get involved in petty fights this week, just like being absolutely exhausted from the mental toll of these petty fights. With the Three of Wands in reverse, it may feel like maybe the reason that you've been staying in this situation is because you haven't been able to plan past it for the longest. Like, you want to leave, but then you're like, but then what? But then what do I do? And the cards are reminding you that is because you have foregone this King of Wands energy and you have picked up the Hangman energy. If you switch that, if you let go of the helplessness of the Hangman and take back your agency of the King of Wands, you will be able to come up with a plan and to come up with a way to kind of get yourself out of this situation. It may not come immediately. You know, don't beat yourself up if you're like trying and you're like, it's still not coming to me. It's okay. You know, this shit takes time, and I feel like you've been kind of stuck in this energy for a while, but you need just taking the first step this week of recognizing what you're doing to yourself and how that is affecting how you are handling this situation. I think that's a really important first step that you are going to take this week. Okay, I'm gonna get some oracle cards now, maybe get some clarity. So first oracle cards, we got the Work the Light Tarot, not tarot, but it's oracle. This one stayed flipped up, so that's the one I'm taking. Yeah. Okay, so you got, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? I think that's the perfect message for you, group 3. Just a reminder of like how much of yourself you're sacrificing to make other people comfortable in this situation. And it's not like, is that really worth it to you? Is it worth it to give up all of that of yourself for other people? And I hope this week you learn that it's not, because you deserve to shine as brightly as you want and have people recognize and respect you for that. So yeah, just asking, like, I think if you clicked on this video and you're listening to this message, this is the universe sign to you to really evaluate how you are approaching these kind of topics and how to recognize that that is not, it's not serving you and it's not helping you. And, you know, it's really hard to tell ourselves that this kind of thinking and these kind of situations are doing nothing for us. Like, we want to believe everything will work out in the end and I'll learn something great from this. But I think the great thing you need to learn from this is that it's not your responsibility. It's not your thing to hold. If it's only holding you down, you can let it go. Like, you can move on with your life and leave this situation behind you. Not everything has to be movie style resolved for you to go on and live a happy life. Next I'm going to pull a Moonology card. Got one that fell out. And we got, your commitment is being tested. Oh, I love that, because there's 2 ways we can go with this message. Number 1, your commitment to these people is being tested. Your commitment to this situation is being tested, and you need to decide if it's worth it or not. You know, is it worth all of this kind of heavy energy to stay committed to whatever kind of situation this is? The second way we need to look at this card is, how committed are you to yourself? You know, are you actually that committed to yourself if you are allowing yourself to kind of be stuck in this energy and telling yourself that there's nothing you can do about it when there is? You know, how committed to yourself can you truly be? And what is more important, your commitment to other people or your commitment to yourself? So I really like that card, because it really does kind of pull a lot of those things together and really ask you to really be honest with yourself, you know? How is your commitment being tested, and in which way should you follow it? Next, we're pulling a Flower of the Night oracle. I got one that fell out. Compassion. You know what? Usually I read from the book for these cards because the book just has a lot of really great information, but I don't want to read from the book for this card because I know this message, what this card wants me to tell you, and it is that you need to be more compassionate towards yourself. You deserve love and compassion, especially from yourself. You know, you are divinely created. You have a very special light. You should be committed to yourself, and you deserve to treat yourself well. You deserve to treat past you well. You deserve to treat present you well. You deserve to treat future you well. You know, you don't deserve to think that any you that has ever existed wasn't doing their best, because you were. You need to just love yourself a little more and tell yourself you're going to be okay a little more, and tell yourself that you were always doing what you thought was best. That doesn't mean you didn't make mistakes. It doesn't mean that you didn't, fuck up here or there, but you did what you thought was best at the time. And to hold that against yourself is kind of a disservice to yourself. You can accept mistakes and also be compassionate towards yourself at the same time. Those things are not mutually exclusive. Okay, we're going to get one more card. And this is an affirmation card. Let's see, let's get a good message here. Okay. There are enough hours in the day. Set the goal to make the next 24 hours as productive as possible and execute. You can handle anything when you're properly prepared. The actions required to achieve your goals will be fueled by your plan for the day. Okay. This card may, to some people, seem a little out of left field considering the rest of the stuff we have, but to me this is telling, just take it one day at a time. You don't need to change everything at once. You don't need to suddenly be so in love with yourself after one day, but do what you can in a day, get what you want to accomplish accomplished in a day. Take things day at a time. Make a to-do list, and listen, if you have to put appreciate myself on that to-do list, then do it, because you have enough time to work this out, and you have the capacity to work it out, and you have the strength to work this out. It's not going to happen all at once, but if you take it a day at a time, it's going to come to you. And you're going to come out of it even stronger than you were before. So, I hope this message was really helpful to you, Group 3. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe down below. I would really love to hear if this resonated with you and if this message helped you in any way. So please comment if you can. And yeah, I hope you have a really great week, Group 3.